There's nothing creepier than walking in the middle of the park, the Royal Gardens, with the grass stomped brown and people littering the place everywhere, and you realizing you're just starved to death and nobody cares. No one. Then to hear some rapey feeling of a spirit guide pretending to be God saying, I love. You want to talk about dystopian future? I'm like a walking ghost. Dystopian now. Simon is getting the downloads for Netzach. He hasn't even finished Hode yet. We'll see if he ever finishes Hode. Excuse me. And he's going over the 6 opulences. And I go, oh, that's the 7 of Cups card. So you're downloading Netzach teachings. Look at the 7 of Cups and read Biddy Tarot, It's the opulences. And he goes, you have them in plenty. So you should be one of the happiest people in the world. Number 1, I don't really consider fame an opulence, but status. I'll take status. If you understand the law of attraction and God, fame is like for losers. I mean, you can have fame, but I wouldn't put that in like the top 6 opulences to have in life. I would have intelligence, beauty, knowledge, strength. I would choose those over fame any and every day. Otherwise, you end up looking like what's the Gilderoy Lockhart. I'd rather be Hermione over Harry. She actually does the work. He takes all the credit. And then he sticks his wand out like a man and shoots. Shoots with power. That's what he's built for. Hermione's just as courageous. Man. Fame. I'd take wealth over fame every day. And I'd take health over wealth. But if they have to come in the same 2 peas in the same pod, fame. We're in a dystopian future. We're in the Hunger Games. Stop pretending that we're not. We're in Divergent. We're in Harry Potter land. We're trying to be, you know. The 64 gifts. I have taped this a number of times. They just never felt right. I never felt right. This may take me I might tape this in one day or 2 or 3. We'll find out. Gloom. A person who has the gloom gift has the ability to capacity and lower the spirit or energy in the room. He or she can create a darkness in the light. Do you understand gloom? Maybe if you guys understand the gloom, you might not act like fucking troll robots. Maybe you'll see your darkness and change change your patterns. You should ask, what's the one thing I could do today that would be of service to the planet? Be of service to her, to you. What could be a service to the children and the children's future? So Mary Poppins has this gift, gloom. And the kids laughing away in the bank. Mary Poppins like, lower yourselves. Sober up. If I have to make everybody cry on this planet, that would be the whitest of white magics. Maybe if I can get them to cry, I can get them to have compassion. Maybe I can get them to see. If I have to make people cry for a decade, I will. I'm evil because I would do that. You guys are existing on a planet and raping it, and it takes me to force you guys to cry, to change your behavior. Until you guys are crying for the planet and for the whales and for the dolphins and this coral. Till you're crying for the grass you just stepped on and stomped brown. Disdain. somebody who carries the disdain gift, is able to create the feelings of unworthiness in others. He or she can create the belief in others that they are despised or scorned. At your service. Wrath. With the wrath gift, the gift carrier changes anger into the need to get vengeance, or into the need to punish others. It's used on me often. From a client, I didn't get my thing done on time, so they will show me the wrath and then just fire me or passive aggressively talk shit. Or just, fire me. Even if I do better work than everybody else, and I'm also doing God's charity on the planet. Wrath. Do you feel psychic attack from other employers? Do you feel it from me? In trance. So Simon was talking about the 6 opulences, that I had them in plethora. Why aren't you so happy? And I said, I won't be happy until I feel safe and secure on this planet. And that my child would have a safe and secure future. Not just my child, my grandchildren, potentially. Possibly, potentially. I can't even say potentially. Until I can build a Hogwarts and be able to protect all the children there. Simon goes, but you have one of the best root chakras on the planet. And I go, that's nothing. That's just the ability to process discernment. And all it takes is one asshole, one with a gun or a knife to come after me. And that's it. Game over, done. Because they don't like their karma. They don't like how they're disconnected from God. You think I'm going to sit here being happy on a planet? Knowing I'm at the mercy of the good in everyone? Especially abused and oppressed people that continue to play victims and never just learn how to pray and meditate all day. Because they constantly lie, tell stories to themselves that they need that extra $500 purchase. They need those drugs. They need this. They need that. No, I'm never going to trust that. Ever. Even the people that are, I need all this medication. My God. Obviously, someone never learned how to self-heal. That's what this planet is, In trance. An in-trance gift carrier puts you in a trance. In a subconscious state. This condition prevents you from having other thoughts. This state can be momentary or last several minutes. Glamour. A person with the glamour gift has the ability to create fascinating or attracting energy. The appearance of quality captures your curiosity. Hollywood does this really well. My website does it. Just talking about magic, making it real, carries glamour. The fact I drink my soda water in a wine glass is glamour. Makes me feel like it's attractive. Sniffer. A sniffer gift carrier smells your pheromones. They can track where you've been. They have the ability to follow people like a bloodhound. Alive things, e.g. animals, or probably a shipment of marijuana. But not a shipment of rubies. Maybe someday. Most sniffers don't find lost objects. They find people belonging to objects. So they sniff out the people's pheromones on the objects. I have a bit of this gift. I smell false deception. So that's good. It's the first time I've gotten to there. I smell false freedom. I smell the shit that I'm going to have to deal with. I smell arrogance with others. And a new hope for my students. Push. I'm getting the magic. It's false magic, but real brain changes. Duh. We still have 7 years left. This is our squib territory. I do smell real blood transformation, so that's a sign. So that's a sniffer gift. I can smell cancer, death, putrefaction, etc. When the crow virus, I call it the crow virus, first started coming, it was just smelling death. Everywhere. All right. Push. The person who carries the push gift can push out energy from a system, e.g., to push an attacker against a wall, to push or force someone to do what they want them to do. They can catch your attention and divert it to something they would like you to think about. A push can hook you into something. It's really easy to be pushed around when the person pushing you knows what you want, what you're chasing after, what you need. Boy, is it easy to manipulate people who want things. People who want things. It's open season. If you want magic, power, fame, just any of it, Instead of, connection to God, responsibility, having to process really scary shadows, having to face all your karma. All right. It's better to want the responsibility, stewardship. Dicer has the capacity to break down large pieces of information, of puzzles, of research into smaller, understandable, usable units. Do you see how I just diced that information down for you to digest? I'm very good with this. Lightning is the capacity to reach over long distances with an electrical charge. Jolt, healing, or awakening. Sometimes a healing, a prayer, is lightning. Mothers can feel lightning naturally when something happens to their children. Lightning. When I go Lucy, make it rain, send the lightning shakti energy into the sky. And I feel it reverberate. I fear that it reverberates instead of creates the rain. lightning. There are a number of things that I'm going to pray for. If adults want help, I'm going to pray that they begin to connect to God. I'm not going to fish for people. I'll teach them how to fish. I'll fish for children. And I'll fish for animals. But I am not a puppet here to be anybody's slave. Malaise. You see what I did? I will teach Kabbalah, preach Kabbalah. Let's lower the bar. Just preaching it. I'll preach Kabbalah and I'll lead you guys to all the teachings, and maybe you guys can all uplift yourselves and humanity on the planet. Everyone. Maybe you guys will, finally learn how to connect to God. So the malaise is the ability to create weakness in the body and a feeling of emotional and mental uneasiness. Not necessarily a bad thing. If you guys are pointing a finger at me and blaming me for anything in life, and without doing your guys' work to connect to God, boy. Breeze is the ability to stir the air and make difficult tasks seem easy. The capacity to cool down heat. What is difficult on this planet? Truly, what is actually difficult? When you're well educated and well trained, when you're connected to God, when you have a clear brain and you're healthy and sober, what is actually difficult? Apparently just getting to a space of health and sobriety is difficult and rocket science for everyone. Apparently not abusing and torturing your children to death is fucking rocket science. The level of insanity on the planet. Government, voting, just it's the lies you guys tell yourselves. You guys, I have no self-control. Well, if you have no self-control, you should not be on this planet. This planet, saints and masters, develop self-control and discipline and respect, you know? Breeze, snap. Is the capacity to put things in place with missing steps, usually instantaneously and quickly, and sometimes with an audible click. Self-control and respect. Click. The amount you guys, any of you guys, respect me is directly proportional to how much God is going to respect you. So when I say there are 5 people on this planet that I like, it's because there are 5 people on this planet that actually give me any respect at all. The few people. So you'll never make it into Gryffindor if you cannot respect me. 0. Because Gabriel is respect. Civilized respect. There are literally 5 people on this planet that respect me. So let me repeat that again to all of you haters out there. You will never make it off this planet or out of the realms of hell, you know, until you learn the energy of respect. Respect God, respect Mother Earth, respect humans, especially ones that are like trying to do God's work on the planet for free. So, I respect Misty Copeland. So I throw her straight into Gryffindor. I don't care if she doesn't respect me. Somehow, my respect towards her will probably come back at me. I respect her. I do not know her. I've never met her. I've met her in the astral planes. I respect Freeman. Okay? There are people I respect. They are usually God's people, children of God. I'm hearing the question, can we make respect the key for Gabriel? I think it might be. I think it might already be predestinedly chosen. Maybe we could offer respect. No, Mick, we'll. I think I already got the download for this one. I think it will be miracles and respect. Maybe. Maybe the reverse. All right. Hoover is the capacity to suck energy out of a place, people, and things. Usually a Hoover gift. You see what I just did there? If you're reading along with this, by me twisting those words, I just sucked the energy out of you. You go, why did you twist those words? Because I know what happens with the logical brain. It's recursive. You see how I interrupted myself and sucked you in on a tangent? Usually a Hoover gift bearer's possessions age and wear out 10 times faster. So my socks develop holes in them very quickly. My shoes get worn out within 4 months. Energy processing, where I'm doing the most amount of energy as fast as possible. So I suck the energy out of things. I suck the energy out of people when they suck. Rarely do I suck the energy out of people when they're co-creative with me. That's how you balance out the sucking. So how do I be co-creative? If you want to know how to be co-creative with me, I have a list of meditations for you guys to do right now for the Malkuth grid on the planet. And then the Yesod grid. And sign up for Kabbalah 100. Okay. Marshall. It's the capacity to lead and arrange energies in proper order and clearly give instructions during times of crisis or emergencies. This takes some alpha. You've got, when you're prepared for hell and war, when shit hits the fan, it's just like this. So when the coronavirus happens, you go, instead of getting crazy, and then when everybody's afraid of starving to death, you will have done something like a hunger strike and gone 2 months without food, really. And you're like, I don't need to go psycho at the grocery store. When you're prepared for hell, you're leveled out. Some people would think that you're the psycho one because you're like, you see all the dark in life and learn how to deal with it. But the reality is that that's the good stuff. That's the God stuff. Marshall. So, a seraphim That's your job. In the midst of hell, you're God's protectors. So you guys are the ones that will actually stay rational and calm while all the fucking love and lighters are killing themselves because they're terrified. Because all of a sudden vampires are roaming the planet. And you're like, well, duh, Kali Runner already told me that was going to happen. And all the fucking love and lighters are getting slaughtered. You see what happens when you live in delusion land, thinking that somehow like shit's it was President Trump getting elected president should have been the wake up call. All those things that we think aren't possible for fucking happening can happen. Including really bad things. I bet all the Jews thought they would never be like sectioned off and isolated and gas chambered, you know, before the fucking Holocaust. It wouldn't have occurred to them in their craziest daydreams. Oh my God. You ready for a planetary ascension? Okay. You prepare for the worst. You prepare for the fucking thousands of vampires showing up on the planet. You prepare. And if they don't, who cares? This isn't like having an underground bunker with like 50 years of food and produce, you know? It's like prepare for it mentally and emotionally, how the best could you prepare for something like that? How the best could you prepare for a bunch of Slytherin witches coming to show up? Icky ones. Maybe good ones, you know, but prepare for the worst. I'm the worst. If you're in Seraphim training, this is it. Marshall. All right. Let me give you a reality check. Let me give you this reality check. All right. If you think for 1 second that your ascent into the divine isn't going to come with challenges or resistance, Korra, like Aang, even after Aang, Korra still had to deal with deeper, darker, fucking crazy people. Even after he defeated the Fire Lord. So you prepare, you know? You develop. And it goes lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And if you're going to continue to run, if you're a runner, an escaper, then you're going to be stuck in Hufflepuff. and dependent on Gryffindors and Ravenclaws to sort that shit out. Ravenclaws might be a little bit of escapers, but not. Like, there's a whole other magic that will come with them. Most of you guys can't even go, a day without having all of your little comforts. Mana. Mana is the biblical term for food. As a mana person, you make food multiply. You make food stretch. If you want to see what chakras I'm operating out of right now, it's my root chakra, but it's my third eye root chakra. If you look, you can see my root chakra existing in my third eye, and this is on Earth Star. Is it on Earth Star? Why do I have third eye energy on the ground? And what does that mean? You make food stretch. An example is in the Bible when Jesus fed the multitude, also known as the miracle of fish, or the 5 loaves and 2 fish. Presented in all 5 Gospels, occurring at a solitary place near Bethsaida. It's just that. I don't have that gift yet. Probably gonna need that gift. Considering there will be no soil left to plant in. Because nobody's actually doing real actions forward. With the Soma gift, Soma, you have the ability to feed the hungry. Out of the blue, you buy extra canned goods in the supermarket to realize later that those people you meet outside the store need those groceries. You feel the need for food before you get to know the person who needs it. I've got this gift. There's nothing like having somebody say, God bless you, and go, thanks, I know I'm going to need it. Especially as you see your future standing in front of you. That's your next incarnation, guys. Poor homeless beggar on the streets. So this incarnation, you should be wondering, how the fuck do I make sure that that doesn't exist for my next incarnation? Not because I kill all of them, but like, how do I make sure it doesn't exist? So this should be like white people oppression on minorities. How do I make sure all that shit doesn't exist? So, and then we go, oh, this is how you let the Asians overrun all the white people, and now China is the new authority for the planet. I mean, that's what Simon says all the time now. That's how you do it. You fail. Now China has to be the superpower that's responsible for all the lower oppression of the world, and we all know what great humanists they are. So Soma. You know what it'd be like to be in a country where you'd be arrested for even doing qigong? And worse. Arcos. Arcos see the future in sketches and drawings they make. They sketch, paint, draw destiny, not fate. Destiny can still be changed, fate cannot. So how can you do that to create your future? Resurrection. A resurrection gift is a gift to reinsert the soul into the body. So if you need to do a soul retrieval on somebody who's not yet dead, the resurrection grid will help. Hopefully. Thunder. Boy, I'm glad I have my Western dragons at the end of the day. It's the smell of love. Why? Because I finally started being honest about the state of the planet. Charlie started sending me love. I wonder. Like the sound of a thunder rolling. A person who has the gift of thunder starts a healing, which then picks up additional healing from other healers. The gift makes the energy roll till it reaches the person the healing is meant for. Such a thunder healing is really slow as it gathers healing along the way. It may take 5 to 7 minutes from Germany to New York. I'm sending a healing wave of realization for people. Let's see how that comes through. Thunder healing. There's nothing like knowing you can Bushido yourself and then being reincarnated into Japan or China for your next lifetime. Possibly. Shapeshift. Is this just fear-mongering? Do I see things? Nobody could have imagined the crow virus happening. Or is there a global apocalypse about to just unfold? Am I the crazy one? People are going to want to get real virtuous real fast and start doing deep inner work. Deep. Learn how to get out of their victim patterns real fast. Learn how to stop psychically attacking. Develop self-control in the astral, developing self-mastery, because that's the only thing that's going to survive the future. Man, I don't even need to do anything. It's already done. The only people that will end up surviving are the people good enough, the saints that are good enough, and the masters who are good enough, you know? The only people God is going to want to save. And Mother Earth, you know? In the native traditions, someone with a shape-shifting gift, or as their gift, was called a coyote or a trickster. They can also morph their face, be slimmer, look richer, look poorer. It is a gift which is perceived to be very controversial. Shapeshifting is not only used to spy, but also to pass by unobserved. Gypsies and witches have this gift. To shapeshift for a longer time takes energy. A lot of energy. Some shapeshifters have gotten mislabeled by the public as werewolves, werebears, or zombies. Not the same kind of zombie I talk about, but whatever. These are shapeshifters who might have no energy left. Somebody should ask Michael Moore about the state of the planet in China and see what's going to happen. And then ask Michael Burry about the state of the planetary resources and what's going to happen. Someone should do that. Saints and masters are the only people who are going to survive. All right. Man, I'm tired. Siren. It's not a cop siren, it's a mermaid. A siren gift might be found with women or gay men or trans men, right? It's the femme energy. So it's Netzach, the mer energy. The receptive form is usually the siren, which is the active form of the prey. Sirens can psychically call out and send their listeners into a trance, into an unconscious mode. Today, an example of people who have the siren energy are Madonna and Lady Gaga. I would definitely say Madonna over Lady Gaga, but Star likes to give Lady Gaga credit. Man, Madonna's much more of a siren than Lady Gaga. Cher had that energy. Who else? Who was a real siren? Catherine Zeta-Jones. That. In historic, and then we've got Angelina Jolie, Miss Angie. I call her Miss Angie. Sorry, Angie. In historic tales, you can pretend I don't exist. It's gonna probably make you not exist. That's the way it goes. In historic tales, the sirens are said to have sung out later, and later the ships were found with no men in the freight gone. When a woman does not know that she has the siren gift, she might end up being raped a lot. God. Sirens should always move around with their partners, never go out alone. A model, a singer who is hot, may carry siren energy. So hot girls, you know. It's the come to me energy. That's the siren. It's the yin. Okay. So I like to go into my masculine a lot more. Do you see the difference? This is me and Hermione. And like kind of like bully, like tomboy bully. That's what I like. It's my favorite. So then we got shield. That's my shield, right? Tomboy bully girl. Someone with a shield gift is like a paladin, old-time warriors of the court. They came around asking you, is this person bothering you, ma'am? With a lisp. They'll do it with a lisp. Shields are automatically erected with strangers when disturbing energies run. They are great chauffeurs, bodyguards, or butlers. Shield is a very common gift. All right. If you're a seraphim, you're a shield. You better have that tough, punch energy seriously going on, always aware that the shit could hit the fan at any moment. Constantly aware in like a Jason Bourne kind of reality. Not saying that that's gonna happen. That would be paranoia. But always being prepared that it could. Aware. Awake. Looking at this guy and this girl and this woman and that guy and that guy and that kid that you're going to send the angel protection to, boom, boom, because she's cute and she's like not a narcissist. You want to uplift her into Hogwarts, you know? And like seeing the psychic potential here and there and seeing the pedophile back there and then the angry asshole that could crack at any moment and start running after you or after anybody else. Like, you need to be constantly aware. All the time. You need to be able to read people's auras and their chakra system, look at their karma, and see if they're about to attack. That's the job of a seraphim. That's the job of a cop. And you're supposed to be 10 million times better than a cop. You're supposed to look at people and be able to see if they're good or bad. And the gray spaces in between. Star says, it's a very common gift. I haven't even seen people be awake enough to have a shield going on. Most people are sitting on their fucking iPhones all day long and pay no attention to anything. And this is London. Shield gift. The planet wouldn't be in a space of needing a resurrection if we all had our shield gift up. And this is where Star's boundaries and standards were just way too low. Or didn't exist. So, shields is a very common gift. Like, if we're talking about like human level shields instead of like angels, gods, warrior angels in training. Shield gift. So for Gaebera, we are definitely putting Jason Bourne. All the Bourne series are going in. Man, the Gaebera movies are all like, yeah. It's a lot. It's what you signed up for when you decided to take Kabbalah with me. Or you guys can do Slytherin at the mystery school. It's your choice, you know? See how his shield... that's the shield gift. Man, when the Dalai Lama stops endorsing or allows Goodney to be endorsed, you know how many lies I've caught Goodney in? Just his origin story. You guys want to be throwing money at that? That's supporting. It's endless. And you know what? They'll all come out. All of those lies will be proven because he has assholes stabbing him in the back. And he doesn't even know it. And that's what you get when you're a fucking Slytherin asshole. Sorry. I keep trying to tell him, you know. It's what happens when you charge people millions and thousands and millions of dollars and throw them out on the street so that they're homeless. After having sex with them. Or making sure that one of your other teachers has sex with them, or etc., etc. See? Shield energy. All right. Fire. Someone with fire as their gift starts fires. You see, I'm already starting a fire in the mystery school. They usually exhibit terrible temper tantrums when they are still young. I didn't do that so much, but later, all of a sudden, they didn't get angry anymore. And the energy is used to start a fire somewhere. If fires are ripped off, a fire might befall the house or cars of those who cause them harm. So this is the thing about me. You just so you understand. You remember, like, you want to call me Rachel? You want Rage Child to show up? You want me to shut up? You want me to shut up and act like a nice girl? Watch the fire show up. You're asking for Rage Child. That's the energy of the fire gift. Man, if I have to off myself and hang out in the astral planes, I'm going to be starting fires all day long. Everywhere. Anyone wants to cause me harm? That's the fun thing about being a seraphim. Spark. A person with the spark as their gift starts sparks. Sparks of these gift bearers may start a small physical fire. Many times, someone with spark as their gift provide inspiration, ideas, and fresh energy for new projects. If you are stuck, a spark person gets you inspired. There's nothing like, think you might have to Bushido yourself off of a planet because everybody has a zombie rapist to spark your self-defense mechanisms to climb the tree of life. Is purely based off of survival tactics. Sorry I'm so dark, guys. And man, if you guys can't handle it by now, that sucks. Sucks for you. Chameleon people can look like anybody else. So chameleon. They can blend in and inadvertently pass through. Jack Nicholson can change into any outrageous or hideous role and can fake the appropriate aura with his chameleon gift. Most good actors, like Meryl Streep, can get half of their auric field transformed, together with the altered facial expression and body posture. This gift is good for spies, undercover agents, ambassadors, diplomats, salesmen in foreign countries, and actors. Salesmen in foreign countries. Salesman, I'm going to have to ask Star to explain that one to me. Man, salesmen in foreign countries. All right. Daniel Day-Lewis, Bradley Cooper. You know who's not so great at that is Elijah. Chameleon. Who's really good with the chameleon energy? Who's gifted? They'll probably know. They probably will have some kind of Academy Award sitting in their closet as they hand like $5 to homeless people as they walk down the street. That's a chameleon gift. It's not a world-class Saint Master gift, but it's a chameleon gift. Man. Ditto. A person with a ditto gift repeats what you say and takes on your voice. Even your choice of words might be copied. This gift is usually not consciously used. It can be found in good advocates, good psychiatrists. In NLP, it equals the term matching. I'm really good with this. I'll ditto somebody's voice. I'll sing all the Disney princesses and sound like the Disney princesses, etc., etc. I'll do voice matching. With the ditto gift, also the Meisner repetition work. Parroting, dittoing, is how you learn from witchcraft. So you repeat again, I can, until you can do what your teacher did. You're parroting, dittoing. So I dittoed a lot of my beginning Kabbalah work, star, and I've evolved. Now I just channel Mother Andromeda mostly. But for a while I dittoed almost like every word out of my mouth was a saying or meme from Star. She gave me my entire foundation to develop. So I'm eternally grateful for that. Whisper. A whisperer. One thing Star said about me: I see the good and the not so good in people. So I can still be friends with Star, and I can still be friends with Baba G. Because, you know, as you evolve, Star can still be friends with me, you know. We're not perfect. We all have shit. This is Dimensional Mastery class. A whisperer is actually someone who can make their exact words come into your head. I wonder if I have this gift, but we'll see. Into your own voice. Holders of this gift are rare. Star may have met 2 during her life. Discerning whisperers from pushers is not easy. Someone with the push as their gift may use the phrase, "Leave me alone." And a whisperer might use the words, "Leave her alone." So it's creepy. Also, whispering is used by spirit guides. Often, They whisper one-word messages over and over using fans, air conditioners, and washing machines. So right now I get love, just love. Love, 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 love. Mirror. A person with mirror as their gift looks into a mirror and sees only past or future, or can only see one place. They usually can't do all three of them. For example, Marion Zimmer Bradley has the mirror gift. Read her book, The Mists of Avalon. I must read that book someday. Mirror persons tend to think that it's a memory that they see. Scryers are mirrors. I don't really find that I have this talent. I see potentials. It's usually more analytical realization and red flags that I'm processing. So I'll see somebody transforming into a vampire before my eyes. Not yet physically, but very clearly in the astral. Before my eyes. I've never seen that before. And I will know that that's a red flag. And I will start to take it into account and process it into the future. And then I will see another woman also do it. Pale as can be, and turn into a vampire in the astral. And I'll go, oh crap. And it's the narcissism. It's the neediness, it's the nails and the hair and the makeup and the face and everything and the clothes, and it's all of it. Putting on the makeup in the park. Needing to look in the mirror. And I see the vampire beginning to appear. Okay. So that, like, my being able to see the future is an analytical data. Less scrying. It's me seeing my sister's failed relationship before she'd ever admit it, because I knew she didn't love him. So I could do the math, you know. So analytical. So when I'm saying we're all screwed, it's analytical data coming through my brain. I'm going, how do we get out of this screwed-dom? When I look at myself in the mirror, I see lifetimes, dimensions. Sometimes, most often, I'll see myself as a blonde cat. Like Nala. But like Egyptian goddess cat. Okay? Other times I'll see myself as a very filthy, dirty man pirate. I'll see myself as an alien. Not not like wide-eyed gray alien, but like weird, weird alien. Like if you ever saw the Merlin show, the weirdo alien at the end that has all the knowledge. So those are like primary. I'll see evil selves and lifetimes of mine and good heavenly ones. I'll see fairy self, you know. Yeah. So that is also part of a mirror gift, but not future telling or past telling. Or is it? Veil. Using the veil gift, someone can prevent people from seeing something. So things are kept secret. Being veiled, ordinary people doesn't look, think, or feel in the veiled direction. Some petty thieves have the veil gift. Using the veil gift, someone can prevent people from seeing something. What would you want to prevent people from seeing? How talented you are? How much you're just a nothing? How actually beautiful you are on the inside? Would you prevent people from seeing that you're trying to do God's work on a planet if the planet is just a hell? Because you're afraid? Probably that. It's probably one of the reasons why the high priestess sits in front of the veil. Because the high priestess is the guard to the veil. And if people wanted to know what was on the other side of the veil, they would connect to God. Instead of try to slaughter the high priestess. They would learn how to meditate and uplift themselves, how to clean out their chakras. They would learn about the hell realms and the astral realms and the heaven realms. They would learn and they would grow and they would learn and they would leave their existences and their fucking iPhones and go study at a monastery. I wonder how many people get shot while studying at a monastery. How many? That's tragic. Why? Because those people actually tried. Seriously. They would become people of God real fast. They would build churches and live there and develop churches. Everybody would be just one giant church. You guys want to think you're holy? If you're holy, you live at a church. Or you are a church, right? Or you're an ordained minister. At least. Without it being like an order online ministry. You might actually have to do real work. Anybody who thinks that the Church of Divine Intervention isn't a real church has a problem. I think Star does more real work than most Christian ministers across the planet together. Maker. The Maker gift supports anybody who's involved in arts and crafts. Tapestry, knitting, and woodwork are very fast and easy for these persons. I feel a whole new wave of renunciates about to begin. Thank God. That's what's required. It's the only way we're going to move into the future. Hogwarts is going to be one giant church, It's going to be like 50 of them. Hufflepuff or higher. It's going to be churches of Jesuses. Talk about maker gift. Maker gift supports anybody who is involved in the arts and crafts. Tapestry, knitting, and woodwork are very fast and easy for these persons. If something flawless is made from scratch, it is with the maker gift. Different from the tinker gift, where two existing pieces are made into something completely new. There is nothing like saying, I'm going to be supported by God by showing up for God. Just waiting. Color run out.